Hi, welcome to Northern Thrifters. My name is Melinda, and today I have a little bit of a mixed bag video for you. It is going to be a Dollarama haul, but it's also kind of a story time. So let's go into the story time portion first. So basically, I have been an online reseller for about 8 months now. I mainly sell on eBay and other online marketplace sites, and I've been looking for a place locally where I could sell in person, like basically rent a table and sell my wares. And I've been looking for something that's sort of like a flea market, and we do not have anything like that here, you know, where you can rent a table, like anybody could basically, and just sell their stuff. So I did finally find a place to do that, and it is coming up very soon that I have my first market day. And I really wanted to get stuff to sort of make my table look inviting, so I'm not just laying this stuff out. And so I went to Dollarama because I really didn't want to invest too much in this trial. Like basically I'm doing a 5-week trial at this market. And I didn't want to invest too much money because I really wanted to see if this could be a successful way to sell my items. And I'll just give you a little bit of a back story as well to what I sell. So I sell vintage items, so that could be things like toys or memorabilia. I also sell vintage vinyl records. Kind of mixed bags of costume and vintage jewelry, as well as individual pieces of jewelry, and just generally any type of collectible that I'm interested in. So for me, that could be things like comics, Funko Pop, Pez, that kind of thing. So most of my stuff is vintage, or at least 1980s or pre-1980s. So it is kind of older things. And that's really hard to find a spot where I live anyway, that'll allow you to sell that kind of thing. Because most of our markets are farmers markets or craft fairs, and my items don't really fall into that category. But I did find a market finally that will allow me to be there, and there is precedent for someone like me there. So hopefully I'm not going to stand out from the crowd too much. I'm a little bit nervous about that because I did visit this market just to kind of check it out. And it was a lot of craft items. It was vendors similar to, say, Scentsy or Young Living, so that kind of thing. There wasn't anybody like me at it that was selling vintage or gently used items at all. So I am a little bit nervous in terms of how I will be received, but I'm going to go for it. I've booked myself in for 5 weeks, so we'll just see. But now let's get into the haul, because I had visited Dollar Tree and Dollarama, and I found a ton of stuff at Dollarama that will really help sort of organize my table and sort of make it pop, and, you know, kind of just make it more inviting for people when they go past past me. So let's get into it, and I can show you what I picked up. So just kind of a medium-sized amount of stuff this time. So the first item is for the jewelry, the individual jewelry and the mystery bags that I make up. I bought more of the craft paper bags to design those. So these were $2 for 20 bags, and I really like the color of these. They also had them in white, but I kind of like this sort of vintage look to it. And my label will stand out nicely on the front of the bag when I do it up. So that's the first item. And the second item is a 36 pack of storage bags. These are really handy for putting bracelets and that kind of thing, just so they're not loose, you know, on a display. And I like, when I mail any kind of thing, I like putting it in one of these little resealable bags as well. So I'll use these for different applications for sure. And the next item, I found these little, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. They call them, it's a 720 pack of multi-use labels, and they're really tiny rectangles. And I thought for pricing certain things, this might come in handy for this vendor market. And these were only $1.25. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do up my price labels on the computer or if I'm going to do them by hand. So these will be handy if I end up doing them by hand, and they only cost $1.25 if I don't end up using them. And then I was thinking something to have at the table that might be kind of fun, because my kids love it when we go to, you know, craft fairs or whatever and people do this. I bought a couple bags of candy. So I'm going to have a little dish at my table that has candy in it, just to sort of, you know, entice people to come have a look. So I bought rockets and double bubble. So we're going to have a mix of those in the bag. And these were only $1 each. So we'll see how well this is received on the first week. And if it's pretty well received and seems to help bring people to my table, I'll go back to Dollarama and pick up some more. But for now, I just got the 2 bags. And then I found these cute little signs. Can I get the other one out easily? Yeah. So I picked up 2 of these. It's a little chalkboard stand, and I thought this would be kind of nice to show my pricing of different things. So I can put this, say, beside the comics display and have the pricing there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I just thought they were really cute, and it could be a really good way to just give information or list my pricing for different items. And I know if I don't end up using them, my kids would love these, to leave little notes in their room. So it'll get used either way. And then I found, well, I originally was looking on Amazon for price tags for some of my jewelry, because with online selling, I don't need to put price tags on anything, so I haven't had any of this stuff before. So I thought, well, before I buy the ones I saw on Amazon, I'll check out Dollarama. And it turns out they have little price tags. Now these aren't as small as I would like them to be. Like, these circles are fairly large. I'm not sure, maybe I can put them all. So that's how big it is. So compared to my hand, it's fairly large, but it'll work for now. And it only cost, how much was it? $1.25 for 50 of them. So, I mean, if they're a little bit big, that's okay for now. So this will work great for pricing some of the necklaces and that kind of thing that I'll be hanging on jewelry displays. So those will be great for that. And it comes with the little material for tying, which is kind of nice. And then the next item, unfortunately, whoops, they only had 1 of these in store, so I may need to go to another Dollarama and see if they have more of them in this color, because I think I actually need 2 or 3 of these, but I want to wait to see how big the table is that I get. So even just having 1 for now for this first week will work. So I found this little, I'll call it a basket for lack of a better word. So it's a metal frame underneath, and it has kind of this fabric weaving to it, and I just thought it was so pretty in white. So I was thinking in here I will have my 2 sizes of mystery jewelry bags laid out, and I just think that'll look really pretty when it's all done up on the table, and it'll keep it contained. So that was good. And this, how much was this? $3 for this, so not too bad. And I think too, if I end up not doing this market, I'll get use out of this basket for sure, you know, on my makeup table or something. Now, where am I going to put that? I'll put it on my lap because I'm running out of room. And the last thing I found a fabric tablecloth, because they don't provide tablecloths at this market, and I thought, kind of need something to cover the table, because I don't really know what condition it's going to be in and how nice it's going to look, and just to make my table more appealing to passersby, I found this really pretty, pretty for Dollarama, blue fabric tablecloth. Because I was looking around at other stores, and so many of them are that sort of vinyl tablecloth, which is nice to be able to wipe off, but it just doesn't look as sort of classy or sophisticated. So I was really happy to find a fabric one, especially in such a vibrant color. And they did have some other colors there, but this one I thought was just so pretty and eye-catching. And it's a 52-inch by 70-inch size, so I'm really hoping that is an appropriate size for the tables that they have. And, oh, it actually says for indoor or outdoor use, so that's kind of nice. And then it was $4, and I was looking at some other stores and their fabric tablecloths were $12 and up. So I thought $4, that's a pretty good deal. So that is my Dollarama haul in preparation for my very first vendor market. And like I said, I am like super nervous. So if you are a reseller, do you ever go to vendor markets and do you have any tips or tricks or anything you think I should know for my very first market? I would really appreciate any information that you'd be willing to share that might help me out and feel a little bit less stressed out. So let me know down in the comments. And for everyone else, maybe just tell me how your day is going. What are your plans for the upcoming weekend? I'd love to know and hear a little bit more information about all of you that watch my videos. And while you're down in the comments, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.